Game week 23 is going to be underway, and I want to say it's going to be easy. Another 3 points for Liverpool. Liverpool at home to Ipswich, who got absolutely spanked last weekend, Man City, which puts even more pressure on Arsenal, who have got Wolves away. Again, Wolves again, relegation battle with Man United and Tottenham, but you've got to get those 3 points right.
Yeah, I wonder if Cunha will be left out of that match lineup for like personal reasons or something. Do you know what I mean? If the rumours still circulating, because
Hey, can I just say
coach came out
you're
and
not?
had a pop about his body language or something. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
did.
You're not being fair to Forest because aren't Forest level with Arsenal?
They are.
Yeah.
So I mentioned that they're away at Bournemouth as well.
Bournemouth,
That's a fantastic game. That is.
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be a tough.
that's that's a decent game, but the big one's at 5:30, right?
Yeah,
So
but you just like I said, Arsenal between now and then, no more injuries. Hopefully, playing better. Hopefully, Kai scores with his foot and not with his hand, and you win.
Yeah. Well, he did score. He scored earlier. He scored to make it 2-0.
Goalkeeper and error, wasn't it?
Yeah, but just get on target. Do you know what I mean? Took it on the volley. Good.
Arsenal got to be careful. Like they're a bit like me a few months ago when I sneezed and my back out. That's how Arsenal getting injured all the time. They'll probably sneeze and dislocate their knee or something.
Problem.
Yeah,
And then
Is
PSG will go on about it
Is
all week.
Saliba going to be back for that one or not?
Yeah. Well, Arteta said tonight the Champions League games come a little bit too soon for him, but he should be back for the weekend. And Wanyeri's on the bench and Calafiori's back on the bench. And we're starting Sterling. He actually Sterling had a couple of moments.
Yeah, I think you guys should sign him on a perm. Actually, he's a pretty decent player. That Sterling.
Against Spurs, he was shocking, but when he came on,
Yeah.
he actually ran at a few people and took a couple of people on. I mean, I'm trying to
Couldn't agree more.
but
I think he's been phenomenal since he signed
Yeah,
for Arsenal.
don't you think it's been world class, George? World
Yeah,
class.
I honestly it's been a stroke of genius from Arteta that, and they can get him at the end of the season. We'll probably do them a pretty. I mean,
Well,
we'll want a good amount of money.
if you want to keep paying his wages, we'll keep him. I'm happy with that. It's a good step.
As long as he's not at the club, I'll be happy. To be fair.
Yeah.
But like players like Sterling, it's a shame because he's had an amazing career, right? And what's going to end up happening is people are just going to remember him for these. If these crap years last long.
He's got Premier League titles under his belt.
But you get what he's saying. It's a sad end to what's been a great. I think it happens with these players that burst onto the scene like 17. They
Rooney,
get to what
at 32. What was he doing? He's playing football in the States, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
Sterling's 29, isn't he? 29.
But Rooney's not remembered for playing in the MLS, is it?
We're not comparing Sterling with Rooney. I think
no, but it's a similar thing. They tailed off earlier in their career than you'd perhaps expect. It should be in his prime.
Not in the same league, but even Theo Walcott. It's amazing at Arsenal at a young age went off.
Yeah,
Dele Alli.
Dele Alli's fine for Como, isn't it?
He's probably 28 now, and he hasn't played football in. He's signed for a second tier Spanish team, isn't he?
He's Como in Italy.
I was in Italy, yeah.
Yeah, so I hope
Cesc Fabregas manager there actually.
Yeah. Just on Sterling though, do you know what?
One other player to put in the mix there, Kai Havertz.
Fucking hell.
Nice, yeah. Look where he's ended up.
Yeah.
He's about half your age, Cully, so I think he's got time on his hands. Do you know what I mean? He can still
half your age, that's generous.
He could be my son.
It's fucking out.
Just quickly on going back to Sterling, just one more point on that. One thing I did suddenly occurred to me when I saw the lineup tonight was Sterling starting fine, needs must. Why did we loan out Reece Nelson to Fulham and get Sterling in on loan? That's mental.
He's not really set there well.
I hadn't thought about that until today. Reece
why'd you sell Emma Smith Rowe and San Marino?
Well, they're different profiles. I'm talking about where we're short is on the flanks. And Reece Nelson is a decent.
You can't say that because you're only short now. At that time, you weren't, right?
But even still, you just think, well, that's almost like for like. Like loan out a good prospect that's come through the academy that has some really good
Prospect. Recent was like 24, isn't he?
22, I think.
No, fair enough. He's not Arsenal quality, though.
But no, but do you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you're saying. What's the
if,
point of
if
you
it's
getting somebody like Sterling
like,
in and paying?
like,
Well, how you're paying off his wages, aren't you?
I mean,
So
look,
it'd be
Reece Nelson might want
175
to
a
do
week.
it. Reece Nelson might have pushed for it. I don't know, and said I need to play regularly. But I just suddenly thought, like, surely he would have been a better deputy to Saka this season. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
I see what you're
I'm
saying.
gonna
There's a
move
big
on
relegation game on.
to the Saturday evening big game. Man City versus Chelsea.
Yeah,
Tasty.
it is a big one. I mean, I'd love us to get a statement win there. It'd be fantastic. And I think I'm just hoping Enzo's back. It doesn't look likely, so we'll probably be playing Dewsbury Hall in the midfield, which that does worry me a bit. But look, we've got to go there, play well. I mean, it's a sort of game you take a draw, 100%, especially given we're ahead of them in the league. I'd definitely take a draw, but I would love to be. We're not beaten them there for a while. I think last time was under Tuchel. But do I see it? I think City look like heading back towards their best sort of form.
So annoying. We replay him on the 2nd of Feb as well. It's like, why
Yeah.
played them in that?
In that dip, yeah.
Six
We got them started. We got them first game of the season, and then just after they banged Ipswich 6-0, they do have PSG midweek, which they have to win. So, I mean, that's a really big game for them. So I'm hoping they sort of take their eye off the ball on the Chelsea game. But I mean, if they beat PSG, they'll just be on even more of a roll. So,
well, I think the PSG game's you'll see where they're at in it because I mean, pumping Ipswich, fine,
yeah.
But they dropped points to Brentford the week before.
Chelsea
we lost to Ipswich. Yeah.
Chelsea could end up 4th to 6th, right? Like, because Newcastle are at Southampton.
Yeah.
So,
if Man U win all their games, they'll go third, right?
Yeah.
And
Newcastle.
I'm going to talk of
big game Sunday. Spurs Leicester. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Oh, if Leicester win that, I said on Sunday morning, didn't I? I think Spurs with their injuries. When the news about Solanke was going out, I was like, I could see them getting in trouble if Solanke's out 6 weeks. Johnson, I don't know how long he's out for, but they're plagued with injury. Whole defence. If they lose to Leicester, suddenly it's actually getting a little bit dangerous for them.
Yeah, I wanted to like mock execution, just like someone drag them out to a warehouse, put them on the knees, put a gun in their mouth, and not actually kill them, then just drop them off with hands.
Yeah.
I just want them to have the fear of maybe actually they're going to get relegated.
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
I mean, they're on 24, United on 26. I think 35 will keep teams safe this year. We're past halfway. The relegation teams have got 6. Ipswich have got 16. Wolves 17th have got 16. So, it's going to... If Spurs do lose, let's say Leicester get 17, there's 7 points. But when you're 7 points, and let's say United lose to Fulham, because that's more than possible. But when you're 7 points and then 1 week goes against you, you're then 4 points away, right?
Yeah. Or you play like you lose to one of them teams.
Like if 1 weekend goes against you, whether you're playing them or however. But 4 points is squeaky bum time. Like, you get what I mean? It really is. Seven's all right, but 4, you're 1 game away from the nerves really kicking in.
Yeah, I really hope it happens. I'd like a Man United Spurs relegation battle. Like one of you have to. That would be satisfying. Like one of you is definitely going down. Just seeing that last couple of that would be that'd be better than winning the league for me.
Well, I mean, I'm just looking,
and that's what I'm going to move on to. And obviously, Trump's come in. He's make America great again. Amarin, can he make Man United great again?
You can get a cap now. It's called a Mugger cap. Make United great again.
It's not got the
Be
same.
Elon Musk will buy you. He's
Oh,
been linked
oh
a couple of
no,
football teams.
I am not having that. I'm not having that twat.
Yeah, so you've
I
got Fulham.
fucking love Musk to buy Arsenal.
Oh God! Imagine him claiming offside. I wonder how he'd put his arm out. He'd be like,
Yeah, Fulham
over
away. It's going
there.
to be tough. It's going to be tough, Cully, for you guys.
That is a tough game. Fulham are
That is a
good.
tough game. That's a really tough game. But just on my point about game week spinning, right, swinging and putting Spurs or United in trouble. The following week, Ipswich plays Southampton. So let's just say Ipswich win that game, right? And Spurs are away at Brentford. If that's the week when it goes from 7 points to 4 points, that's the real problem
Yeah.
for Spurs.
It's a huge problem.
And I think George is on something that they could get sucked in. I mean, we could. I mean, we've got Palace at home, but our home form's been awful.
I reckon if they lose to Leicester, Angie's gone.
I think it's hard. I do feel for him because look at the back four he's having to put. The team he's having to put together. You've got to feel for him. It's a terrible job.
They've lost 12 games. Like,
yeah. It gets to a point.
If your squad is that decimated, don't play your back four, your mix match back four, on the halfway line. Drop it back 10 yards. Like, shore it up.
True.
Don't change.
It is true. Yeah.
You
if you've got that many injuries, he's so stubborn. You've got to, revert. Okay, you've got to accept it. We've got to be a bit more solid. We've got to shore up things at the back. And maybe we can't play the way we want to play. But with those injuries, you can't do that. Nobody would judge him for that. People would be like, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. Stubbornness.
Are you not entertained? As he said.
But like I said, like Pierce said, if it's either Man U or Tottenham there, it does make it interesting.
Oh man,
I can't see it happening. Well, I see it Spurs, but they're not going to go down. Let's face it. It'd just be great if they're in amongst it.
Yeah. On that note, thank you very much, guys.